92% of people quit before they see results. Are you one of them? You start something with motivation and then a few weeks goes by and then nothing happens. The reason you're quitting isn't what you actually think. Now, let me explain. Now, people expect these really fast results because they're doing something good for one little time in their life where they've got a whole bunch of motivation and they're thinking, oh, I can do this, I can do that. You might get fast results, you might get slow results. But if you're going into something thinking, this is going to be fast, this is going to be quick, this is going to be impactful, I'm going to make money off it, and I'm going to just earn all my life just off this one thing, you're probably wrong. Now, the amount of people that fail is 92%. Now, you've got to stand out, you've got to be 8% of people. Now, the reason you see loads of YouTubers and they're doing really good is because you're seeing them. You're not seeing all the people that have failed or haven't been successful. So this is why you're on one side of social media. You're only seeing the people that are famous, because how are you going to see the people that aren't? Because they don't have enough followers to get up there and you can't see them. So you're expecting it to be easy when it probably isn't. I'm just using that as an example, by the way. Now, most people quit when, the progression slows down or dies. Now, I'm going to use YouTube for an example because I've been on YouTube for a while. I've been analysing things. I watch a lot of YouTube. So when you post videos on YouTube, sometimes it starts off great. Your first video will get like a few hundred views, maybe 1,000, depending on how lucky you are. And then it'll carry on a little bit. A few months will go by, it will dip down and you'll probably start getting 0 or maybe close to nothing. Now, what I think this is the YouTube algorithm, because it's trying to find the right people to push your videos out to. It delays a bit because it's trying to figure it out. There is then going to be the next gradual rise, but you'll just have to wait and time will reveal. This is why people say wait and stick to things. If you're not ready to wait, then don't do it, because you need patience. To do anything in the world, you need patience, because time is the best. And you need to give time to get results. Now, another thing, people are scared of failing. Now, failing, it might be this scary thing, but failing is probably the best thing to happen. Because guess what? You're going to learn from that fail and you're going to turn it into a success. So the more times you fail, the better you're becoming. Now, if you're scared of failing, you're not going to get anywhere, because how are you going to overcome that? You're not going to get anywhere. End of. People might think, if I fail, am I not good enough? You are good enough if you put enough time into it. If you're not ready to go, I'm going to do this, I don't give a shit if I fail, and I'm just going to keep on going even if I fail. That's the mindset that you need. You're going to progress with that. You're not going to progress with, I failed, I'm not going to do it anymore. Something might have happened. You might have got unlucky. Something might have happened. How to keep going? So it's pretty simple. So shift your mindset. Your brain is wired to, resist discomfort. Discomfort equals success. So the more uncomfortable you are, the more success you're going to be, or the more opportunities you're going to put yourself in because you're uncomfortable. Now, this is how you build as a person as well. The more discomfort you're in, you're going to succeed, you're going to thrive, because you're putting yourself through this thing that you don't want to do, and then you're telling yourself that you can actually do it, and you thought it was something worse. Now, like I just said, a fail is feedback. So don't take this fail as the worst thing in the world. It's the best thing to happen. You're not going to progress without fails, and you're not going to succeed without fails. You need them. It's a key. Now, instead of trying to be this person that is the most motivated person on the planet, don't do that. Motivation isn't there to last a long term. Motivation is just what comes with all of our lives. It just comes in waves of just months and then drowns out. So the only real people that are going to be successful is the people that, after the wave of motivation is gone, they then carry on. These are the successful people. This is how you grow and be successful. Just become that person that doesn't quit or doesn't want to quit, or has no intention of quitting. Now, make the task so easy in whatever you're doing that you can't say no. Just make it as easy for you as possible. Now, obviously you're going to have to up the limit eventually, but just at the start, make it as easy as possible so you're not feeling the urge to go, I can't be asked to do this today because I'm bored. Guess what? Making these videos, I feel like, fuck, I have to make a video. But as soon as I do it, I enjoy it. It's just that the feeling of, I don't want to do this, but I'm still doing it because I like it and I enjoy it. Now, if you've got a passion for it, you'll do it. Maybe some things has the shit and you don't want to do it, but that's just life. Everything has, even football probably has something that you don't like in football. That's just how the world works. Now, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, all these, Jeff Bezos, all these big people that have made loads of success, guess what? They've all encountered fails. Guess what? Some of them probably nearly quit. Now, what did they do differently? They just carried on, got on with it, and done what they had to do. Now, it is that simple. People nowadays, they make a big, massive scene about it and go, you need to do this, you need to wake up at 5 a.m. and have a cold shower and do 5 hours of work. You don't have to be that person. It's so simple, and the fact that people are confusing it and making it sound more harder than what it is stupid. All you have to do is put in the work, be passionate. If you're not passionate about something, you're not going to learn, because that's just how the brain works. If you're not enjoying it, how are you going to learn? Your brain's not going to take it in because it actually resists to take that information in because you don't like it. Now, find something that you're good at, something that you like. That passion will never go. As long as you put the work in and the time to do whatever you need to do in a day. Set a to-do list, write things down, I don't know. Whatever works best for you, you need to start doing. The only thing that these people done is carried on. Now, they had a goal, they had their dreams, and they done the goals, and they eventually got the dreams. Now, don't rush things. It's not going to be a fast process, I'll tell you that. It's not going to be fast at all. Don't expect it to be fast, because it won't be. And don't be waiting to get this rush of motivation before you start anything, because that rush of motivation could take 6 months, 5 months, 1 month, a year. You're waiting for something that doesn't have a time limit, and it could never happen. Like, what happens if it never happens? Then you've just wasted all that time waiting. Life's not there to be waiting around. You're meant to fucking take action every day, even if it's something little. Take action. Another thing what people do is they take on too much work and then they feel burned out. Now, if you're at first, you feel this motivation, you want to do so much work, you're studying this, you're learning that, you're learning this, it might actually be burning you out. I know you're passionate about it, but just focus on also your health, because it's going to matter. Because let's say if you do loads of work, you're exhausted, your brain's fried, and then the next day you're still tired from it, you're not going to do as much work as you just done. So if you would have done less work in that day, your brain would have been better, and then you would have carried on. Now, this is why people quit, because they feel burned out and they're like, is this always going to happen? And then they quit because they don't like it. Try and monitor your workload. Don't just put loads of shit on you. You don't have to do that. Take every day, as long as you're doing something every day that's helping whatever your goal is, then you will be on the road to success. You just need to do it. Focus on what you're doing. Don't work too much, because people put this, I'm going to work 12 hours a day. Just focus on yourself. Focus on your health as well. You don't need to be working that long. I know you're interested, but your brain's going to be fucked and you're not going to have any motivation or determination to do anything the next day, because you're still recovering from that. Now, break big goals into small steps, literally. So let's say you got a goal to make 100 videos in a year. Just make a video every day, see how it's going. Then maybe you're behind a bit. Make a few more videos in one day. You might make 2 a day then. You don't have to make 100 videos in fucking a week and then schedule them for the year. Just space it out and make it easier for yourself. You don't have to work loads of hours. Literally put 2 hours a day in it, and that's more than fucking anything. If you do 2 hours a day, do the maths, I don't know. That's how many minutes you spend on that topic. You're going to learn a lot from that. It's going to be a lot of hours. Now, another reason people compare themselves to others. So let's say you're doing YouTube and you're comparing yourself to Sidemen, and you're like, I'm behind. How can you compare yourself to the Sidemen when you're not even on their level? Now, don't compare yourself to other people, because you've not done what they've done. You're not on the same path of what they've been on. They might have encountered loads of luck and they might know fucking PewDiePie or something. I don't know. You don't know what they've gone through to get to there. So this is why you should never focus on other people or compare yourself to other people, because use them as inspiration. I'm not saying don't do that, but you don't know what they've done to get that. So they could be, they might have bought followers, I don't know. Using it as an example, they could have done anything, and then you could be comparing to something that you don't want to be. So just focus on yourself. That's all that matters. And if you are behind, you know, everyone takes their own time. If you take longer, doesn't matter. You still get into the same place. People are different. People can work quick. Some people work slow. Depends on what type of person you are. Negative thoughts as well. So they think, oh, I'm going to doubt myself because I don't know if I can do this. I don't know if I can actually qualify for doing this or whatever they're doing. So these negative thoughts, these doubts, obviously it's going to happen because you're doing something new. You're going to doubt yourself because you don't know what you're doing. But I bet you any money when Iman Gatsi started his little business that he started doing, I bet he had no fucking clue what he was doing. There was no YouTube at the time posting like, oh, join my course and shit. There was none of that. So he just went in it blind, and guess what? It worked out for him because he stuck to it. Now, he obviously had doubt, but if you know your worst outcome is probably someone saying no, what's there to lose? There's nothing to lose. If you're dedicated to it and there's nothing to lose, why wouldn't you just send it? Nothing bad's going to happen. You're not going to get arrested. No one's going to, you're not going to be in jail for 10 years. Unless you're doing illegal shit. But yeah, why would you doubt yourself? Obviously, doubt is good. I'm not saying it's bad. But people take it the wrong way. Take it as a good thing and not a bad thing. Don't quit from doubt because you can do it. You just need to put yourself in the situation and then you'll be able to do it. Now, when people are doing things as well, they don't have a reason why. Now, let's see if I'm doing YouTube. What's my reason for doing YouTube? I enjoy it. I want to inspire people. I want to show that life is a fun time and you can enjoy yourself doing other things. That's my reason. Now, people don't have a reason for doing, you know, maybe they want to start a fucking business, clothing brand. What's the reason for that? I don't know. I felt like it. Well, find the reason. Remember the reason why you started. Don't get lost if you make loads of money and then go, oh yeah, don't remember the reason why I started. Make sure that reason is always in your head. Otherwise you will fall off. Now, you've got to remember the reason you start. If you have a reason to start something, it's going to be more efficient. If you don't have a reason to start something, then you're just doing it just for the sake of it. Make sure what you're doing you have a reason for, because that reason will generate more success or whatever you're trying to achieve. Now, next time you feel like you're going to quit, just ask yourself, what are you doing? Why do you want to quit? What's your reason for quitting? Now, realise, are you actually failing or is it just a dip? Like, because if it's a dip, carry on. No one's really failed. You've just made a mistake. I don't think there's like, you can't really fail in YouTube. You've just not made it yet. So if you just constantly improve, that shouldn't be an issue. But next time you're thinking of quitting, just think of why you started, what your reason for to start it was. And if you're losing, you know, passion for it, just find a new way that'll make that same thing fun again. And that'll be your unique twist on it. So there's always ways around it. It's just whether you're dedicated enough to it. Comment below what your goals you're working on at the moment. I'll read all my comments like I always do, and I'll respond to them all. Build a mindset that doesn't quit, because, you know, that'll be the best mindset you can form. You're probably closer to the destination than you actually think as well, as long as you keep on pushing. You know, let's say if you quit, you might have quit and you might have just been there, but you've quit and now you've lost it. So that one last bit might get you where you want to be. So that is the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and subscribe and comment. Make sure you comment. I'll respond and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.